Okay, so hello fellow banknote collectors, and my name is Glenn, and in today's video we're looking at the banknotes from China. As you can see, these are in Chinese, but these are from the Central Bank of China, and that is now currently the Central Bank of the Republic of China, which is in Taiwan. So they don't currently exist on mainland China. That's been taken over by the People's Bank. And this bank originated in 1923 and by Sun Yat-sen. He was pretty much the person who initiated the central bank. It's a national currency, so you can see 5 yuan, national currency. In the earlier versions of the currency, they used to put dollar, so that was their translation into English. So in this time period, this is one of 4 big banks that issued their own banknotes. There were quite a few, probably at least 15 to 20 other banks that issued banknotes. There was also the Bank of China, Bank of Communications, and the Farmers Bank of China. And these ones that I have here are the more common issue that you can purchase for between $5 to $20. So the earliest I have is this 1936 banknote. The ones that are earlier than this, like the 1928 and the copper issue, they're pretty scarce. The 1923 are not easy to get, but the banknotes from the 1930s are a bit easier. And this one was printed by Thomas de la Rue. You're paying in this condition probably about $5, and this comes in a 1 and a 10 yuan banknote as well. There's how many? There's through 2 other series, one printed by Waterloo for 1936, and there's also Chunghua Book Co. who printed a 1 yuan banknote. But the Waterloo had the most denominations: 1, 5, 10, 50, 100. 500, 50, 100, 500, pretty impossible to get. And the watermark on this is Sun Yat-sen, and this is the guy here. So quite a nice banknote. And this one has 3 different signatures. The signatures are all written in Latin, so they're not Chinese signatures. And this is the most common signature variety you can get. And also, you can see here, we've got temples and trees. It looks like a stele of some sort. So entrance of a gate. And pretty simple. And then we have the Central Bank of China. Quite a nice banknote. And I also have a 10 yuan from the series, and as you can see, it's a little bit different. So this one is the Waterloo, so the other series, and this $10 a little bit harder to get than the banknote of Thomas de la Rue, because it's been a low denomination. But this one also comes in 5 different signature varieties. And also, there's one banknote with a Tibetan on this side as well as the other side. And here we have the palace. So this would be the Forbidden Palace in Beijing. And it's quite a nice banknote. So the watermark is Sun Yat-sen as well. And on this side we have Sun Yat-sen as an image. So this one's probably between, I would say, 5 to 15 depending on the grade. And then we have this one is, can you read the denomination? How much is that? So we've got 5,000 yuan. So this is a $5,000 banknote issued in, okay, we got a date here. It's 36, so 3, 10, 6, so 36. So this is 1947. Just remember, in these banknotes, just add 11 to the date. It gives you the date in the calendar series. And the 1947 I haven't seen too many of these 5,000 yuan banknote for circulation. As you can see, it's pretty, paper's not that good. Doesn't have any watermark or security thread, so this is pretty quickly printed. And the 1947 had 5 different $5,000 banknotes printed, because there is, so this is the 5 character variety down the bottom, but you can also get an 8 one. So it's 2 varieties of this banknote, and then you got 3 other different designs for the banknote. They all have Sun Yat-sen on them, but they're all a bit different. And then you got 10,000, which has 8 different varieties. So obviously they didn't make up their mind on how many banknotes they wanted to issue. So this one's probably worth about $10 to $20. Someone printed 1945 on it. So, but this date didn't exist at that time. This banknote didn't exist. And as you can see, the only numerals are what Western people can read. So that one, while it looks cheap, it's actually not an easy banknote to get. And then I have some, I made a video on some of these. These are called custom gold units. So these, I presume you exchange precious metal into a these banknotes. So these were pretty much just for custom, so import and export, that you pay taxes on. And only after the Second World War were they used as currency. Hence, we have a 500 denomination there. So this is equivalent. 500 custom gold units, but later it was 500 yuan. But the smallest banknote I have is the 1 custom gold unit. And this is not the smallest denomination. The smallest is 10 cents. But this one, it does come in 4 varieties. And that is the serial numbers on, so the reverse side, which has the building, and the building is the Bank of China building in Shanghai. And on this side we also have no serial numbers, so you can get serial numbers up the top and down the bottom. So those ones are a bit harder to get. The ones without these serial numbers on this side are easier. So if we turn it around, you can see, yeah, it's a bit hard to, we're not used to banknotes being like this. Switzerland is, because they issue their banknotes like that now. But that's, the 1 custom unit is a bit hard to get. Probably paying about $10 for that. The 5 custom units, as you can see, looks like an animal being skinned there. And this one also has signatures, serial numbers on this side and that side. This one has one without them. And these are all dated 1930. So this one probably about $10 for that. Then, you know, they get a bit bigger. So here's the 10. This one's in better grade. It's probably about $10 for that. So these are not too cheap. Then we have the 20. So as you can see, the design is pretty much the same for all of them. So they just wanted to keep a basic design so it won't confuse people. And this is the 20 ZE. If this was ZZ, it would be last prefix. Pity. But anyway, it's still a good thing to have. So we turn it this way. General Manager. American Banknote Company printed these. So the banknotes issued in China are pretty poor. And the harder one to get, so the 20 is probably worth about $15 to $20. Okay, so this one is purple and it is a 50. So this one you're probably paying $30 to $40 for. And I'm sorry to say is that after this denomination, the series, it's pretty hard to get. So there's 100, 250 and 500 gold, custom gold units. and they're pretty expensive to get, so you're probably talking about $50 to $100. And then I showed you this before. Where is it? The inflation period banknotes. So this is a small series that was issued because of inflation. So here we have the 1 and the 500. So these come in 100, 500, 1,000, 2,000, 2,500. So you've got 2,000, 2,500, a bit weird. 5,000 and 10,000. So, and they're all pretty hard to get. So this one's probably $10 to $20, so not cheap. And then in 1948, there was a 2,000, 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, and a 250,000. So they didn't worry about issuing a 100,000 or 200,000, and that was to cater for inflation. And those ones are very hard to get. So I'm quite lucky to get this 500, which you know, is going to be a bit of an expensive banknote. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review of Chinese banknotes from the Central Bank of China. Hope it encourages you to get these banknotes and just shop around. You might be able to come across one that is worth your while to purchase, because even, you know, one day you're going to have to sell these banknotes, or someone is. You will, you know, give it as an inheritance to someone else. They might sell it, or they might keep it, or before you retire you will sell the banknote. So getting to know these banknotes is an awesome thing to do. And I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my video. I will leave a link down below to eBay, and have an awesome banknote collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.